Welcome back, Crowllies. So I heard some crows calling while I was feeding the birds outside. And so I decided to come over here and give you a message. See what's going on for you guys. All right. What message do they have? For this crow call, we have the Ace of Pentacles. All right. So there is something new, something fresh, something about to begin for you guys. And that is why we heard crows call. Yes, I am back, for a nice little crow call reading for you guys. I might decide to start doing some lunch specials. We don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm feeling a little zesty in terms of lunch specials and doing live streams a lot more often. I do have a mic. I do have a different setup. I still have things over here. Hold on. Yeah, I still have stuff for the spiritual mystery boxes. I have 11 boxes left. If you guys are interested, go check out my website, spiritualsmoothseek.com. I hope that the mic is not too sensitive. So if you guys are like, you have headphones in, let me know if it's too loud. I might need to kind of adjust it because I know I talk a little bit loud, but I was having issues with audio maybe twice in different readings, and I noticed, so I made some improvements. We have a mic now. But yes, which goes hand in hand with the new stuff, right? The Ace of Pentacles energy, right? So this could be, getting something new, updating things. Ace of Pentacles doesn't always have to be like a new job. It doesn't always have to be a promotion. Sometimes it could just be a new thing, right? A new possession, a new valuable, just a new valuable experience, okay? It could be something new in your reality as well, okay? Hi, how is everybody? Welcome to the chat. Comments down below. I'll be looking over here. All right, to see if anybody's commenting. All right, let's see what's going on here. Tell us about this Ace of Pentacles. For some reason, just looking at this card, just the way it feels to me, it feels like secure. It feels certain. It feels proud. This feels like pride, but not ego, but pride, right? Like to be proud to own this, to be proud to experience this, to be proud to wear this, to be proud to be offered this. Okay, what is this Ace of Pentacles? And this is after a period of time that could have been confusion. All right, the Ten of Swords is here. It is giving kind of after a period of despair for some reason. Some Swords doesn't really talk about despair, but it does feel like that. After a period of time of maybe being wounded, of injury, of possible mental break, and a mental break doesn't necessarily have to be a mental breakdown, but just you're fed up, had enough, enough is enough, right? And now this new thing is here. So let's see what it is. What is it? What is this new thing? That is a lot. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Emperor. For some of you Crowllies, this is marriage. For some of you Crowllies, this is fucking marriage, okay? With your divine masculine. This could be also a newfound relationship with your spirituality, your spiritual practices, your career, your authority, your leadership, the way you carry yourself, okay? We have this energy of really stepping up after a period of time of kind of being either indecisive or procrastinating on making a choice, okay? What's going on here? The Page of Wands, inspiration, new ideas, new actions. This I also heard joy, a newfound passion. This is looking in both directions because the Ace of Pentacles is looking towards the Emperor. Okay. However, the Emperor is back to back with the Page of Wands. So this is like weighing your options, looking on both ends of the spectrum on what is going to benefit you. Okay. So this new chapter warns you of burnout, warns you of finalities. What is that finality energy? Clarify the Ten of Swords. Clarify the Ten of Swords. So you have two aces on the board already. So this means new things in regards to possessions, lifestyle. This could also be like health, a new health journey. It doesn't have to be a money journey. It could be health related. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups here. So yeah, that's clarifying the Ten of Swords. So there was some sort of confusion about something to the point of like you like breaking your head on something, right? They're trying to figure something out. Like, and it's either like there could have been so many different answers, or there could have been so many different things, so many different options, or just things are just so confusing. Again, Seven of Cups is also illusion. All right. Um, so maybe you couldn't see things clearly or understand something. Okay. Okay, so we have some visitors. What do we have here? We have a whole bunch of little baby sparrows on the floor or on the ground. And then we have a red finch. And the red finch is actually eating with a sparrow, which is interesting. I don't usually see them eating together. Usually I see all the sparrows eat together. And I'm seeing like this has to be like over 15 or 20 sparrows altogether. So it's a really big community. So that's significant. Okay. What else? And the Six of Cups. So this has something to do with this confusion. So maybe, there were some things from the past. Okay, I'm not going to say people, but we're going to say past situations, past circumstances um, that were kind of confusing. Um, that has reached its ending, and then after that, you kind of left. It left you in this like whirlwind of trying to analyze and decipher things. Okay, for some of you, it could have been like someone from the past or someone from your childhood, and like something finally had to happen in order for you to see things clearly. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and the Knight of Wands, of course. Yes. So some of you guys could have. This is giving denial. You could have been in denial about something, in denial about your youth, in denial about your youthful experiences, so your adolescent experiences, or um, a first experience. That's interesting. So like this would be like the first your your first boyfriend or first girlfriend, your first job, your first like it's like the first milestones. Virginity could be significant for somebody. All right, this is denial. All right, the Knight of Wands is like fast. Knight of Wands could also be like your first experience with a player, right? Mm. Seven of Swords is like there's this thing that you do where you implode. Right next to that devil energy is like things that are toxic to us, yes. Things that we could do to ourselves, things that we can entrap ourselves in, or be influenced to be trapped into. And this is what that Ten of Swords is talking about. This is what that past thing is that created the Ten of Swords. So I want to see what this Ten of Swords is presently right now, because we're just like doing a little warm up right now. These are just warm up messages. So we're just getting a little vibe here. But what is this Ten of Swords energy presently as they're watching? Oh, it's the Knight of Cups. Oh, it shifted. It shifted. And so this maybe there was a particular mindset that you had, a an expectation of sorts, because of those experiences, because of everything that you went through, because of all the confusion, because of, this is also being like realizing that finally you have to be selective. You can't keep doing this shit to yourself, right? It's like you have to be selective in regards to who you allow to date you, to charm you, to like butter you up, and also like don't be in denial in regards to who you're following, because in regards to relationships in general, like who are you showing up for, and who's showing up for you? Significant. That could have created that Ten of Swords moment for you, because again, Ten of Swords is like rock bottom. You can't get stabbed in the back anymore. You get what I'm saying? So you're not there anymore, is what they're saying. And this Ace of Pentacles is here next to the Ten of Swords, because it could also be something that is being finalized for this Ace of Pentacles to appear itself in your life. Okay, so let's get some more information. Grab all the cards. You gotta remember, guys, like I'm reading for a lot of you guys, so you gotta kind of figure out where you are in the situation. So I felt guided to like I grabbed a whole bunch. I grabbed the Tattoo Tarot. I grabbed the Wisdom House of the Night, the Charming and the True Love, True Lovers, the Money. Some of you might need some money messages, and then the Oh Hell No. Okay, so I'm gonna pair these two together, and I'm gonna use these two together right now for you, and we'll just see what comes out. I'm gonna try to be gentle with the decks, because for some reason every time like the table makes noise. We'll figure it out with the volume, I promise. All right, what's going on here? So we have chemistry. This is what the crow call is all about. Okay, letting you know about there's some chemistry, like sparks. And this is what's hidden. So it's like you may sense it, but you can't see it yet. So this is like what you can't see yet. Okay. There is going to be some sort of spark, some sort of chemistry that takes place. All right. And it says something about passion. You have confusion is here. It may be confusing when it happens. Okay. So it's like almost like you start to feel a certain way and you feel weird and you're like, huh, I wonder why I feel this way. I wonder why I feel this way about this situation. I wonder why I feel this way about this person. I just wonder like what is this sensation that I'm feeling, right? And that's the chemistry. So you guys are going to be kind of unclear, uncertain in regards to this situation, but it's going to like spark curiosity in you. Let's get some more information. Oh, we have soulmates. And that was literally on top of both of those cards. So the spark is like you're sussing out a soulmate. So like you're recognizing a soulmate at face value. But it's like at first it's almost like process of elimination. Again, that Seven of Cups. Maybe it's triggering you. Maybe the sensation and the sparks that you're feeling is triggering you to think about these past situations. That makes sense. Because why else will the past show up like that? Especially if you are no longer in the Ten of Swords energy, you're in the Knight of Cups energy in regards to that, which is a major evolution. In fact, the Knight of Cups says that you could even be prepared to um, be wined and dined, okay? Or you are someone that is prepared to, pour into somebody else's cup in a compassionate way. So you guys could be kind of confused in regards to whether something is love. Like, is this my soulmate? I feel like there's gonna be a new this, or someone new's coming, or there's gonna be a new experience or a new lesson or something like that. You immediately get in your head and you start feeling like, oh my gosh, that means that I'm gonna have to leave everything behind and I can't take anything with me, and you know, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. Sometimes you could juggle things, and I'm not talking about juggling people, of course, not in a toxic way, but I'm talking about like you can. There's this sensation of like either feeling left out, and I said something about that maybe 2, 3 live streams ago. Maybe 2, 3 live streams ago, when I talked about the feeling of not fitting in, or feeling like you have to walk away, or you're being forced to walk away. Clarify the abandoned energy. It's fine. So hold on, wait. This could be a shadow complex here, because this could be projected energy that you're experiencing. So we have one crow flock that is experiencing the energy, which is projected, and they can feel it, they can sense it spiritually, energetically, emotionally, intuitively. And then there's the other portion of you guys that is like you have this complex of continuing to keep an eye out for the people that you walked away from, or the people that walked away from you, to see if there is a possible new beginning that might emerge or something. And so like that spying thing is like keeping an eye out on something, some sort of information. Clarify that. Yeah, and that felt over here with the soulmate beginnings. So it's either someone is like keep an eye on you to see if you're going to return back to them after you walk away from them, and this new beginning is here, and they feel like you like abandon ship, right? Or somebody feels okay, but someone's going to take a different direction. Somebody wants to start over with you. We have running, and that's confirming the soulmate energy. So somebody is running from their soulmate. Someone's a runner in a soulmate dynamic. Someone feels like their soulmate is not recognizing them, acknowledging them. They feel invisible. Or someone feels like their soulmate doesn't exist and they've reached their breaking point. There's this energy, the confusion here that comes in with the running thing is like the sensation of like feeling that someone's going to disappear, or this could be a trigger of ghosting. We have twin flame here as well. So this is giving more shared expressions, shared feelings. Then we have exhaustion with that twin flame. So somebody can be burnt out in regards to a twin flame partnership experience and or the mirrored effect of a twin flame journey. Okay. Someone could start to become drained by their twin flame because the twin flame is being like pulling on your energy. Okay. Conflict, clarity, mistakes in regards to the twin flame thing. And this is like a long journey of it. Okay. Clashing, differences, you know, then trying to hurry up and try to figure out things and really understand something, misunderstanding truths, clashing in regards to truth or clashing in regards to authenticity. There's a difference here. There's something here in regards to someone's playing the victim in regards to the twin flame, and then someone. Okay, it's interesting. So someone's mirroring. So if you're doing the healing work, your twin flame is mirroring being unhealed. They're playing the victim. Like, oh, why would you do this to me? Oh, why I don't experience this, but whatever this is, right? And it's getting boring. It's getting really exhausting. We're played out. The whole oh woe me thing is getting real played out. Like, the person that always has another complaint every single day, or they're complaining about the same thing every single day, every other hour. I'm also seeing like some of you guys need to understand that you just might not be romantically compatible with your twin flame. Somebody's coming to that realization. Somebody's realizing that, you know what, I just want a new beginning with an actual soulmate. I don't want a new beginning with my twin flame. And so somebody could be running from a twin flame and running straight into a soulmate. All right. What other messages? Oh, what's that? No, don't tell me it fell on the floor. I hate this falls on the floor. It's like right under my shoe. Right. Okay. Obscurity. This talks about secrets. And it's funny because it was like right under my shoe. It's like right under you? Right under you? Are there secrets here? Like someone's concealing something right from under you? Like, how the fuck is somebody hiding something from right from under you? The moon is here. I think, all right, so I know August 12th and August 28th, but I don't know which one is which because I don't have my phone right now. Like, so one is the new moon and the other is the full moon. Okay, those 2 days could be significant. What's going on here? Clarify obscurity. Withdrawn. So it could be this energy of like, so somebody feels that because you're withdrawn, you're hiding your intentions, you're keeping secrets or something like that. Like, oh, they must be single, or that you could be hiding the fact that you're lonely or something. Someone's hiding the fact that like they're alone. I heard solitary confinement. And then we have stress. Okay. So I will say, these things affect you. People not telling you things, people not being truthful with you, you having to constantly solve crimes, it burns you out mentally. It causes like a lot of turbulence. This could be the root of a lot of arguments for you because you just want transparency. And so you want to be able to talk to somebody and not feel like they're holding something over you and or they're withholding something from you. And so it kind of feels like, yeah, you feel lonely, but you rather you be able to be truthful with yourself than to be in a connection that somebody's gonna lie to you or try to influence you or coerce you somehow. Then we have time, and that fell right on top of beginnings. So it's time to try again, but you're waiting. And you're going through this cycle, but it's time for a new direction. And this is why you feel the energy of wanting to withdraw, okay? Or even want to start over. Angel number 12. 12 could be significant, as well as 121, 13, 111, 2, 1. Okay, you see those? When I give you those numbers, go look them up. Go write them down in a journal or something. Go look them up because they mean something. Okay. Going back to the twin flame thing. So yes, expect a return. Twin flame may want a second chance. Okay. They might want to make amends with you. We have releasing in the reverse. It is because they do not want to let you go. Okay. So there is resistance in regards to the release of a twin flame or a twin flame letting you go. Okay. Twin flame is not over. Nope. And they do not want to walk away. So the twin flame will be walking towards you. And then the apology is in the reverse. So just know, just know that if there were mistakes, if there was a conflict, if there was a clashing of whatever, nothing will be mentioned. It will not be mentioned. So the whole apology and forgiveness thing is not going to transpire. It could also be that they might not be sorry. I'm seeing one twin flame wants to return, the other twin flame does not. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. Didn't I say fucking pride? Pride fell right on top of confusion and soulmate. Like that. Together. All together. There we go. Let me zoom in there. Did it clear it up for you guys? Sometimes it takes a second. But yeah. So there's something there in regards to something not being clear. Someone could be operating out of their pride when opening up to a soulmate. Okay. Could also be like someone's trying to figure out, like, in their soulmate journey, why they've been running into people that could be karmics, particularly the karmics that are the ghosters, right? The runners, the unavailable people, right? And it's because when you opened yourself up to those soulmates, you were in the energy of ego because you wanted to leave the twin flame behind because you didn't want no parts of the twin flame. And so to do that, you had to pull on ego, a part of you. And it does, like, ego doesn't always have to be like negative. It's like because there's layers to ego, right? And whether the ego is there for protection, whether the ego is there for personal development enhancement, or whether the ego is there to like acknowledge a wound or something, right? So that being said, it's like could have been a little bit stubborn in regards to something. And because of the incompatibility or like the clashes, the differences, and just feeling, again, somebody felt invisible. Somebody felt like, I'm feeling really unappreciated, taking my love for granted, baby. That's what's given. But then somebody comes in or and gives you this little spark, like, and then you just feel good. So what is this right here? The resistance in the reverse in regards to the new beginning. Don't resist for this new beginning. Don't waste your time. Also, like, this is like, don't worry about any secret admirer or anything like that, because I do feel like somebody's going to expose the way they feel about you. This is not the time for you to be playing all shy and stuff like that for your new beginnings. Yeah. All right, let's clear the deck. Let's table. Get another deck. I'm gonna get the wisdom of the night out. See what the heck is going on. There you guys. So that was the hidden secrets, okay, behind the scenes that you need to know about certain things. And then we'll see not letting go on the bottom of the deck. Letting go. All those butterflies. What do you need to know for this couple? What do they need to know? High Priestess of Air. So at this time, you need to honor what you're saying to yourself, what you are manifesting into existence through your thoughts, through your belief, as well as your words. We have oath in the reverse confirming that. Yeah. So what have you promised yourself? What have you vowed to yourself? What's that broken vow? Individuality and listening. What is that broken vow? Because it's giving like you could have broke a vow to yourself, and or this person could have broke that vow to you. Forbidden. And so, okay, gargoyles are significant. Gargoyles are supposed to like scare. Gargoyles are usually like on the top of churches and stuff like that. It's supposed to scare like dark forces and energy. You might need to do some research on gargoyles, okay, significance of that. Maybe you have a connection to that. Or like forbidden knowledge, mysteries. Or the High Priestess of Waters in the reverse. Some of you guys, you're not really listening to your intuition right now. Some of you guys, you're not operating, out of a place of being able to channel, feel, sense emotionally. We have the High Priestess of Spirit. You can feel your spirit team. Definitely. Not completely closed off. I mean, you're still manifesting. But there's something here that you need to let go of that's clouding your intuition. That could be clouding your emotional judgment. There we go. Your emotional judgment. And that letting go feels like for some sort of change to happen, that we have wishing. So your spiritual team sees that you've been wishing for something with your head down, laying down. This gives like, work desk. I gives that vibe of like, how I used to play 7-Up when we were kids in school. Thumb up, and the person, you have to close your eyes. But see, this is the thing. It's like you don't want to close your eyes. I don't want to wait for somebody to pick me. I don't want to close my eyes no more. Like, can we hurry up and finish the game? Like, can we just do this already? The high priestess of fire. Oh man, in the reverse. So it's almost like it's interesting. So it's like this air, the energy, the things that you're saying, the things that like you're believing, the things that you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? It's blowing out that spark in you. That's probably why you feel burnt out. Okay, what else is that? You have hope here. And we have a chaos with forbidden. Yeah, you guys are not supposed to have chaotic energies around you. So doing I heard cloaking rituals to cloak you from like toxic people, nasty energies and stuff like that. All right. Cloaking, banishing, removal, protection, right? Again, because that goes right, confirming the gargoyles and stuff like that. Something has to fall away. The chaos is also bringing this twister, okay? And you already know with twisters, it literally lifts up anything that is not anchored down. So you may need protection from things that are not anchored down that can harm you. Things that are not structured, that things that are not stable, or people, situations that could be affecting you. Again, okay, now I'm seeing it. 18 equates to 9, 9, 9. Who's been seeing nines? That could be significant for you guys. The grove here. So the thing is like, if I'm gonna ask you a question, you really sit here and think about it. It's a hypothetical. This is one of the questions that you're gonna have to sit and journal with, especially for those of you that are like learning tarot and shit like that. Okay. If the Nine of Pentacles is the representation of either the Queen of Pentacles or the Empress out in the garden, then what would that representation be if the Queen of Cups is not in her seat? If the Queen of Cups is not in her seat, what would be that representation? Sit there and think about it. See what comes up to you. Maybe there's a specific card that calls out to you. Maybe, you want to kind of meditate on that. Who are you if you are not operating out of your intuition? If you're not sitting in the seat of discernment, if you're not sitting in the seat of being able to be compassionate with yourself, being able to be nurturing to yourself and to others, who would you be? Because I feel like that's that ego that I'm talking about. And also that could also be the devil energy that I was talking about, the denial complex that takes place. So it's almost like the Queen of Cups is someone that's compassionate, nurturing, a maternal figure, very caring, right? In the reverse means it could be a little emotionally impulsive, emotionally possessive. Could even be controlling to a sense, okay? And it's because you're trying to control what you're going to experience emotionally. Not that you want to control other people, because I don't see that. That's not it. It's almost like to control the situation. I just hope that this person can do these things or talk this way or show up this way so that way I don't unravel. Something about unraveling, okay? And that's right next to, again, the chaos and the world is together. And if you're not in that seat, and that seat is anchored, and you're somewhere else on the grounds, Where this chaos is, you shall also be uprooted. You understand? Because you're not listening to your discernment. Understanding. Notice how the other, what, 2 or like 4 cards weren't clearing up. I showed you understanding and it was right in your face. Choices. Okay. And this is like my Archangel Michael card for this deck. Okay. Could also be significant. What else? So let's talk about that wishing thing. We have trapped, and then we have fragmented in the reverse. So there's this, and then the High Priestess of Earth is in the reverse too. Oh, you guys are not in this Empress energy right now. What is happening? And we have Love in the bottom of the deck. Strength, obedience, the power of love. Celine Dion. For the power of love. That song could be significant. Man, I haven't heard that song so long. Something, my heart beating. That part right there could be significant. I think it's like the chorus. What are you looking for? What is this? What is this wishing energy? No, yeah, I already got that. Let's get the tattoo tarot out. I'm hearing. Closed up from love, you can need a burn. Once or twice was enough, and it was all in vain. Time's tough to pass before you know it, you're frozen. And that's this right here. Like looking into the well, hoping for something to come out. Hoping for one of your manifestations to take. Which is funny because it's like she's not realizing that the portal is over here and she's looking down here. Do you see that? She's looking down here and the portal is up here. Now you guys can see it. The portal is here, but she is looking down here. Looking the wrong way. Clarify that portal message. Clarify that portal message. Then we have the 8, which is the Lion's Gate, 8, 8 of coins. King of Cups, 6 of Wands. If only you put in the work. Because the 8 of coins is like strengthening the skill. Going to school for something, training, getting certified, getting more experience. This is personal development. This is like when you start, doing your self-help, self-love, healing journey. The King of Cups is like specifically to anchor your emotions for emotional stability. But this is like also like emotional validation. If you'd work on that, this wouldn't be a problem. If you work on not needing validation from a masculine, not needing for a masculine to fill your cup because your cup is already filled, then the masculine that already has a filled cup will show up. And that's the one that's going to appreciate you. The 4 of Cups. See, there's this energy of not accepting people that are still working on themselves. Oh, shit. The Knight of Coins, because it's gonna take too long. It's like, how can I rely on somebody if they're not completely healed? Well, how can they rely on you if you're not completely healed? Like, how are they gonna, like, that makes sense, right? If you're not all the way there yet, if you're not living that actual lifestyle that you want just yet, but you're on your way there, how can you expect to attract somebody that's already there? You know, everything in your waking life and your reality is mirroring back to you what's happening inside of you. And it's the time when we start getting in denial, when we start pointing the fingers at everybody else, but we don't necessarily sit down and do the journal work. We don't sit down and, maybe get a therapist or talk to a spiritual advisor or do Reiki healing, or maybe it could be even physical, because sometimes, because Reiki healing can help energetically, could also help somewhat physically, but there's physical stress that stays in the body that actually you need, like a deep tissue massage. Like, you need, some hot stones there. Like, you may need a chiropractor. You may need, hands, hand healing, like to be for your hands, for spiritual hands to be laid on you, like that. Like, it could also be like healing from being touched. And I'm just gonna leave it like that because I don't want to trigger nobody. Okay, it could be that as well. Because if you're not all the way healed in regards to that, then how are you gonna open up, right? We have the Ten of Coins and the Ace of Cups in the bottom. So that's the double confirmation on that Ace of Cups is definitely coming. It's definitely coming. And I saw a glimpse of the same fucking Ten of Swords. Okay, you see that, right? See the glimpse? So that being said, the Ace of Cups in this card talks about a deep soul connection, a deep soul contract that's coming in. And so for some of you guys, you're already in the soul contract, and you're like, oh, you're wishing, you're hoping, you're trying to figure out, what's going on here, because you're confused, because there are certain things that are this person's triggering from the past that you're like, I want to be over that already. I want to be done with that already. But you're clearly not, because you're still getting triggered. So it's letting you know, hey, you still need to heal. And for some of you guys, so again, I'm reading for the crow flock. Okay, so the Crowllies that have twin flames, this is a twin flame dynamic that's going on that is driving you fucking crazy. I'm chasing you, then you running, and I'm running, then you chasing, and then we're not talking, and we're both lonely, and we're both sending each other messages telepathically, and we both feeling our feelings. I'm feeling each other's feelings, and it's getting crazy. And who the fuck is gonna take accountability at this point? Who the fuck is gonna apologize? I don't want to apologize. Why do you have to apologize first? Blah blah blah, all that stuff. What the fuck, right? That. And then you just like call it quits, fuck it, I'm just throwing it out the window, I'm just gonna go get somebody else, just start fresh. But then what ends up happening is you get a karmic because you didn't deal with shit that you need to deal with in the first place, which leads you right back to the person, right? Okay, so then that's one portion of the crow flock. The other portion of the crow flock, you don't have twin flames. You haven't met your twin flame yet. You've just been alone in your journey. You only experienced soulmates and karmic soulmates, and through the soulmates that you experienced, that were almost all of them karmic soulmates from what you remember, and or soul friends, right? Soul family. And so like that dynamic of yearning, searching, well, when's my turn? When am I going to get poured into, and things of that nature. When you start pouring into yourself and you stay consistent with that, so much so that everybody around you can see it. Everybody around you has to fall in place, fall in line, because that's exactly what is the expectation, right, of that reality. But the other portion of you guys, right, because there's some of you guys that you're dating this person and you feel trapped. You're trying to understand why you feel trapped, because it's not like you feel broken, because you don't feel broken. You just feel trapped. You feel like you're trying to understand why you feel trapped, and nothing is playing out the way you want it to play out in this situation. Well, it has a lot to do with healing. So it's either on your end or that person's end. And you can't force anyone to heal. And if it's one of those messages of like, well, that person, they're just not getting it, or that person's not being accountable, or that person's half-assing this shit, and I'm getting really fed up, it's looking like a new beginning elsewhere. It's looking like Ten of Swords. It's looking like you already fucking know, but you're keeping it a secret. It's looking like, oh, look at that. That is the Eight of Wands. It's looking like some sort of thing is going to happen very quickly. It's looking like the Eight of Swords. This shit is the same thing that had you imprisoned. This is the same thing that is making you feel limited or restricted. This is the very Queen of Cups. This is how you get back in your Queen of Cups energy. It's like, why are you not listening to your heart? It's like you're butchering your heart right now because you want to listen to your head. You're trying to be all logical and practical about shit. Sometimes you got to lead with your heart. Guess what? The fool jumps because he listened to his heart. The fool wasn't sitting there, I wonder if I jump, is there going to be a net there? I wonder if I go down that mountain, is there going to be water there? Or like what? No. They just, I wonder what's over there. Let me go find out. And that's how you've been feeling. Like there's the chunk of you guys that you've been feeling that way. Like, wow, I'm really contemplating on going down that way, because I just know that where I'm at right now, I don't see any, like, again, the Eight of Swords, the trapped energy, that could feel stagnant. It could feel like this is going nowhere fast. And I'm bored. The Nine of Cups. So go for what is going to satisfy you, what you actually desire. And do it quickly. Do it quickly. The Ace of Cups there. Bam! Wow. Okay, I like that. I like how I wrapped up right there. All right. Since we were in a deep message of love and relationships and things of that nature, I'm gonna go ahead and give you these two decks as well, and then we'll shift to the money. Let's clear all this energy up. And so you guys let me know, because there's a whole bunch of different messages. Someone's gonna hit now. Some of you guys may need to watch it later, to kind of really sit with it and just journal. Like, really contemplate. Allow yourself to be wrong. Allow yourself to be right. Allow yourself to be confused, right? So that's why you end up going to get the reading in the first place, right? Because you just want to make sure that you're making the right choice. You're making sure that you see everything that you might not be logically seeing and or emotionally seeing. And you might not be hearing your spirits, like, and a lot of times that comes because of anxiety, worry, fear, lack of trust in yourself. And sometimes it's not even trusting yourself. Sometimes it's just like not trusting the outcome. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Who are they dealing with? This deck is all masculine, all right, for the Charming Fools. So let's see who we're picking up on, okay? Who we're picking up on. So just my masculine energy could actually be males, all right? Or it could be air fire sign energy, okay? Just take it with a grain of salt. We have, again, angel number 11. I mentioned that to you guys. I mentioned 111 to you guys. That was the chef. We have the detective. angel number 14. And then we have 8. This is the reverse. We have the billionaire in the reverse. Okay. So I'm going to take it like that. Some of you guys are dealing with the chef, the passionate and full of flavor person. Okay. But see, this person right here, that way you guys can see what I'm talking about. This person right here, they make you feel comfortable. There's something about like comfort food and home and father figure type vibes, okay? He knows the way to your heart, the chef. So there's somebody that could wine and dine you. Someone could want to thicken you up, fatten you up, all right? And so they're trying to, again, that's also like the stomach area. So the stomach area is the sacral root, sacral, solar plexus region. Okay, this is the person that pulls on that type of energy, that operates out of that type of energy. But you got to understand, when we talk about frequency, the chakras are frequencies. And so the lowest frequency, the lowest frequency that we have is actually our feet, which is our soul star. And that's what we walk in this world. That's usually like if you have any blockages and finances, money, anything, there's something going on with your soul star. You're not grounded to the earth. Okay. So there could be a blockage there. The root chakra is what often people reference as the lowest frequency, but really it's the second lowest frequency. That chakra operates out of security, operates out of anything familial, meaning family related, family ties, household related, root relationship with finances. Then we have the sacral, which is reproductive, which is creation, which is expression. And then we have the solar plexus, which is vitality, energy, right? The solar plexus is also our life force energy. So this person, the chef, he knows the way to your heart. And he may utilize the stomach region. Okay. So there may be a connection between you and this person intimately. This one. Okay. So that's some hints on that one. For this one, the detective. Okay. Because some of you guys, it could be a couple different people that, is popping up in your reading, so that way you know the difference, right? Or it could be that this person has different qualities. My bad, you guys. I'm not used to having that there. I'm sorry. All right. So the detective. Let's talk about the detective. They're observant, and it's intriguing. It's intriguing because they'll ask a lot of questions, or they'll pay attention to every little detail, right? And that is something that could reassure you. But this is also the person that can piece everything together before you can. And they might end up making a choice before you even realize that you have to make a choice, or before you figure something out, they figure it out first. And they're wondering if you figured it out, right? So it's this type of person. So this is someone that's more like on the inquisitive side. They always ask questions, okay? They're always planning, or they're always asking questions. They're always trying to find out something or discover something. They may take a lot of notes. Okay, something about papers and notes and stickies and bulletin boards. They may like to wear house slippers. Okay, interesting. All right, let's talk about the billionaire. This one came up in the reverse. Let me tell you what I feel about this first, and then like we'll get into the reversal aspect of it. So the billionaire is giving this energy of someone in power, someone of authority, someone that calls the shots and doesn't have to listen to anyone. The card says he's a prize with a crowded race, captivating yet hard to reach. And this was in the reverse. So this person is easy to access, and they're not captivating. You know what makes somebody captivating? Like for you to be able to be locked in to every word they say. But this person's not captivating. This is the type of person that will start talking and you lose interest. Okay? This is not the prize. This is the person that you could have mistaken as the prize. This could be the person in which you see the potential of how big they can make it, of how grand they can be, of the person that you see them becoming, but they're not there. And so it's like, I see the potential, but the potential's not there. Meaning the action is not there to materialize that same potential that you're seeing in them. Okay? And so because I see like the fire here and this was reversed, it's almost like the fire starting to kindle. Like it's starting to die out. Also, okay, so the TV's off in this image, so it's giving like, because they're not captivating, you now have to look for entertainment elsewhere. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the player. Oh, we were waiting for this one, right? The player. 38. All right, so 838 could be significant, or 388 could be significant in regards to angel numbers. Seductive and commitment phobic. This is the uncommittal energy. They can talk you out of your freaking drawers, and then as soon as they talk you out of your drawers, they left. He'll light up your world. And I was gonna say he'll light you up. So this is probably that spark that I was talking about, that trigger. He'll light up your world, then vanish like a candle in the wind. Which is interesting because that gives both this energy right here. Both of these, they feel similar, but I know they're not the same. They feel similar, but I know they're not the same. So that means one experience is triggering another, or one experience feels like another. Do you understand what I just said to you? You're gonna have to play it back because I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. All right. So this person, they dress the part, they play the part, but they're fucking fake. Okay. This is the person that goes and they buy the flowers on sale, and then they toss out the wilting ones and they give you the rest of the other ones that are already contaminated, that are gonna fucking die as soon as they go into the house. That one. And this is giving balcony. This is giving For some reason, I mean, I heard a balcony and I saw Romeo and Juliet, but I heard Rapunzel, Rapunzel, throw down your long hair. Just so I can climb and yank on your crown, mess up your crown in your head, get up to your bedroom, and then leave you at dusk instead of staying like I told you I would. I got chills all over my body. That was a strong one. That was a strong one. Eek. All right. We have the oh hell no deck. Let's confirm some messages. And I'm just going to go right down on each of these. So that way you guys can stay focused. You don't get distracted. You know, confused on which one is which. All right. So let's clarify the chef. For those that resonated with the chef. For those that resonated with the chef. Passionate and full of flavor. He knows the way to the Crowllies' heart is through their stomach. Wine dining. The champagning. The red wining is good. The cakey frosting. The chicken looks delicious out of the oven. Don't forget the spaghetti and meatballs. Your love is not a clearance sale. Your love is not a clearance sale. And the chef, he think that this is an all-you-can-eat buffet. Stop discounting yourself for attention. I'll tell you, she likes to throw rum all over your cuts and your feelings emotionally. So I'm sorry if it comes out like that. I'm not trying to be a bitch to you. You are full price energy, my love. Stop accepting kinda interested and might show up vibes. You deserve adoration, not a bargain bin romance. Oh, look, everything that I could, oh, this is the person. It's like, oh, you want to go on a date? I'll cook for you instead of going out. Actually going out to a fancy restaurant, actually making reservations, actually getting dressed. So this is the average Tuesday, Friday shirt that they wear with the smile. Look what I made for you. Pennies on the dollar. And we have their dating history looks like a crime scene. You are the detective. Uh-oh. So you know what? This is a key indicator. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. This is a key indicator. Whoever resonated with the detective is your shadow attribute. So when I get to the detective part, then you got to start doing some journal work and be like, oh man, I got to work on that. Oh, actually, I'm working on that. I'm getting better on that. And write what you're working on and how you're working on it and stuff like that. Okay. So for those of you, again, going back to the chef, you are the detective. You're the one that's asking all the questions. Oh, but where did you cook this yourself or did you order it? Oh, are we gonna go out or are we gonna stay in? So it's like this person, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out and we're gonna spend some time together. And so you're the one that's trying to ask, like, oh, so what am I gonna wear? Like, where are we going? And and then you end up finding out like that it's not as fancy or well put together. So it's like organized. Yeah, they left a trail of chaos and you're trying to solve the mystery. So this is the person's like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna go out, we're gonna hang out together, Netflix and chill, we're gonna I'm gonna make you dinner, but this is the same dinner. You're sitting there like, oh, did you get this? Is this leftovers? Is this like what? Where did you buy this from? Where did you learn this recipe from, or something like that, right? They're the type of person that will cook for you or feed you, but they're not cooking for you. There we go. Feed you, but they'll serve you. There we go. There we go. The chef that will serve you but won't cook for you. And then we have you're not hard to love. They're just emotionally constipated. I'm so confused. Hmm. That's the chef. You shouldn't have to beg for affection like a house plant asking for water, dying without love, lack of love, so thirsty for love. Love isn't complicated. Their avoidance is. Flush them out. All right, let's get to the detective. Clarify the detective for those that resonate with the detective, observant and intriguing. Oh, he's a piece. He's piecing it all together, and this came up in the reverse with the phone and a text message. Give it a second, guys. Now I'm not sure exactly if that's like a bowl of pasta or bread or what the heck that is exactly. It's too hard to tell. I don't know. Maybe some dates, some dates, some walnuts. So I just heard beer nuts. Ew. Ew. All right. And this phone is giving iPhone first, second generation for some reason, or iPod. The way it looks, I don't know. I feel like it looks that way. You have don't text your ex. Eat a snack instead. But they're piecing it all together. But that was in the reverse. So instead of eating, you could be anticipating a message from somebody and or this person, okay? Every time you want to text them, feed yourself, hydrate, meditate, bake cookies. Your ex doesn't deserve your time, your energy, or your last brain cell. So going back to, we're talking about the detective. The detective is piecing everything together in regards to the ex that you told them very little about. The ex that you may emotionally eat your feelings about and or um, deprive yourself of food because there's two different, there's like a flip side to things, right? So it's like this this person is trying to suss out whether or not you are even ready to be in a relationship. Like they're observing you. They find your methods intriguing. I don't know what that means. Okay. What is this? Oh, they gave you two more. They said they weren't ready and you stayed. You can't fix someone who thinks you're the problem. And this is the detective. So this is the person that's sitting there trying to find all your faults This is the person that if you tell them, because this is giving like teacher vibes right here. Okay, so this is the person that'll go and say, "Oh well, um, because you decided to show me this or teach me this or tell me this thing that I don't know about, right? Since you know it all, hmm they said that they weren't ready. This person probably showed you signs of emotional immaturity, of incompatibility in terms of interests that you guys have. Like something here, like, because I'm seeing this chick is like a very conservative teacher. This dude looks like he's casual profesh, right? But more like really casual and chill. And then this dude right here kind of gives like, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't want to say it like that, but it's giving like lazy sleep all day. Um, it's giving Seth Rogen Pineapple Express. You know the movie, Pineapple Express, where he was dating the chick, and the chick she was younger, and he was like, he went to the high school, and the other dude was there, and the other dude was so cool with the chick, and he was like, yeah, and then, I'll take care of her for you, dude, at college. And then dude's like, he's fucking mad. Seth Rogen's mad. It's like, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck is this guy? Like, is this person? I don't know why it came out like that, but hey. hmm There's something, maybe that storyline, that relationship storyline could be significant for somebody, because again, with the teacher, I think it was a dude. The teacher was like trying to butt in and try to be like, hey, like why are you in here? Like, you're an adult, basically hinting like you're an adult, like why you're here? Like, shouldn't be like dating someone younger than you. Like, at least like not that younger. I think he was like a legal aid or something. Yeah, like professional vibes. But this type, like professional, but like sloppy professional. Like you're going to work, but you're going to work intoxicated, or like you're going to work late, or you're going to work uh and you're not really putting the best potential that you got into it, like something like that. Okay, and not necessarily 420 things, because like 420 is obviously like helping a lot of people, especially with pain management and a lot of other things. Okay, I'm not necessarily talking about that, but I'm talking about like irresponsibility in terms of intoxication, or irresponsibility in terms of consumption, irresponsibility in regards to just like doing things that you clearly know that you're not supposed to be doing, but you're doing it anyway because you feel like it. Okay, so with the don't text back thing, all right, every time you want to text them, feed yourself. The detective here, this person that you're dealing with, they're like pinpointing. I guess like they taking notes. Like they taking notes. Like, all right, well, every time they feel some type of way, they do this. Every time they don't feel some type of way, they do this instead. Every time we have this type of conversation and this plays out, they do this. Every time we don't have a conversation about this particular thing, they do that. Like, it's like this person's like analyzing you or some shit. We have, you can't fix someone who thinks you're the problem. They blame you for their mood, their mess, and their mom issues. Sweetheart, you're not their enemy, but they sure treat you like one. Going back to the first message that I got with the chef and stuff like that. Some of you guys, this could be the shadow attributes that you have that attracted this person to you. You understand what I'm saying? Right? Because if you don't realize why the fuck these people are coming up in the first place, you start dealing with whatever you have to deal with internally, and you start realizing, well, I'm not the problem. And if you are showing up this way, then that just means that you're not supposed to be here. Period. But if, let's say, you're being this way, and I start to realize, maybe I might need to heal that shadow attribute that I left in the back burner for a couple months because I just stopped doing the healing work. I stopped journaling. I stopped, really putting myself first, right? Whatever that is. Or it could be the situation where, like, it could be that this person is showing you where you are not allowing yourself to be loved. You're not allowing yourself to be poured into. You're not allowing yourself to experience the good things, because it might not be that you have to heal from something. It just may be that you are just completely closing yourself off to good things and good experiences. All right. Especially with they said they weren't ready and you stayed, you know. We have, babe, you are not a pre-order. That's giving, like, opportunist vibes. Okay. You're not a pre-order. If they aren't ready for love, let them go. Rehearsal is not good in a relationship. So constantly have the same conversation over and over again. You deserve someone ready. Not a dress rehearsal disaster. So you need somebody that is willing to prepare themselves. Not someone that's, oh yeah, I got it, I'm gonna do it, whatever. But then you're always having to prepare them somehow. You're always having to shift from feminine to masculinity, to take care of the masculine that's supposed to show up in the life for you in that role, not allowing you. That is why you're not in your fucking seat. That's why you're not in your seat. That's why you're not operating out of your heart center. You have to constantly shift into masculinity and shift back into masculinity and shift back into masculinity. And they hate you for it because you're teaching them how to be a fucking man. But you're the fucking problem. And so they're not comfortable with your masculinity. So this is somebody that was not comfortable with your masculinity, and or is not comfortable with how fluid you are, that you can go back and forth like nothing. And they sit there, they're like, I want to do that too, but I just don't know how to. And they blame everybody else instead. Okay. The billionaire. What about the billionaire? What is that pre-order thing though? Hold on, let me clarify that pre-order. You're not a pre-order. So like, this person wants to access you first. I mean, that's the context of a pre-order, right? That means it hasn't been on the shelf yet. It hasn't been on the shelf yet. It hasn't, like, you have to pre-order it before it even gets stocked up, so that way it can get sent directly to you. It doesn't even sit on the shelf. It goes straight to you. But they weren't ready. It's like they were in the state, instead of being, okay, going back to the analogy of the Pineapple Express, right? When Seth Rogen was what the fuck was he? I think it was like a paralegal or something like that. But there's different kinds. So that he was the type of person that will literally just serve the paperwork and then go about his day, right? Like that. So there's something about like this person was supposed to be temporary. It was a temporary lesson that you held on to for that detective. Okay. And then the Three of Pentacles here. 10 of Wands. Clarify that pre-order. What's that? The Nine of Swords. And the Four of Coins. Yeah. See, them holding on to this is actually also stressing the fuck out. Like, it's stressful. It's stressful. Especially because from what I'm seeing here, like, they could be confused on, like, why you held on to them for so long. Like, why didn't you just break up with me? Or, like, why did you return back? Something like that, okay? All right. Clarify the billionaire. Captivating, yet hard to reach. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. They don't deserve a second chance at your peace. So the billionaire is giving Splenda Daddy. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right, come on, girl. Stop laughing so hard. Stop laughing so hard. Come on, man. Catch your breath. Yeah, they burned the bridge and now want to borrow your lighter. Because their lighter won't match. They burn the bridge. They go, shit. Like my Dutch. I like my incense. I like my... a secret. Some shit. All right. Oh, billionaire. So this is a cigar. So what's the opposite of a billionaire cigar? What's the opposite of a billionaire cigar? What's the opposite of a Cuban cigar? Cigars that you get from the gas station. That's what I'm saying. Stop asking. You already know who it is. This fake Splenda Daddy vibe. I'm going to take care of you. I have all the money in the world, but they don't. At this point, you're just looking for a reason to ignore your gut in regards to this person. And there's so much more that they want to reveal about this because this, like they keep throwing like a whole bunch at the same time. Your piece is priceless. Block them. Block them like your credit score depends on it. So this is the financial vampire. Oui. Like your credit score depends on it. Anything else? You're not their healing journey. You're just the unpaid pit stop. Oh man. So you might have been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna help this person heal because again, you saw the potential in them, blah blah blah. You showed up with love, snacks, and growth potential. They showed up with trauma, no gas money. Let them find a mechanic, not another muse. If they only apologize, and there's something about a suitcase here. There's like luggage, emotional baggage, what is that? In between homes, like they have a home, y'all moved in together or something like that. Okay. All right, it's giving like, oh yeah, I got mine, blah blah blah, but they end up living with you. Okay. It's not growth, it's desperation. Real accountability doesn't need ultimatums. So there's something here in regards to ultimatums. There's something here in regards to exchanging apologies for something. Like, if I apologize, then I'm going to get this, right? If I'm sorry only arrives after you pack a metaphorical bag, it's manipulation, not maturity. So if this person only wants to correct themselves or come correct, or now I'm getting the billionaire in the reverse. They want to do grandiose things after the fact that everything done crumbled, after the fact y'all had the most explosive argument, after the fact that all the things were really revealed to you intuitively and you were ready to step. And then they just do all these grandiose things that are really fraudulent because that's not how they're going to. They're not. This is not them. That's not them. Like, this could be a person that, doesn't normally drink. This could be a person that doesn't normally wear suits or really professional attire. This is a person that, may not keep themselves groomed or something, or well put together, but they play the part so well in public. Yeah, that's not maturity. You gotta get away from that. And then the bottom of the deck is clarifying this energy right here. If they only show affection after 2 drinks, congratulations, you're dating the Jekyll and vodka Hyde. This is this one, the heavy drinker. This one. It's like this is the one. And now I'm seeing, like, movies with teenagers and stuff like that. And there'll be the boy that jumps through the window or climbs through the window to try to get in. Like this one. This is the one. This one. The bad boy. You're not supposed to have anybody here. And then the mom comes in. This is giving fucking Scream. No, bro. No, stay the fuck away. That's scary. If they wanted to, period, like, quit reading between the lines. You're getting vertigo. The card don't say that. I said that. This is what the card said. The card don't say that. I said that. Just in case, just want to make sure. Oh, it don't say nothing about vertigo there. I said that. It was me. I said that. Oh, poetry, music, musician, sweet talker, lift, call it off. They want your intimacy on tap. This is okay. So this is the financial energy vampire. They steal financial blessings, opportunities, and fuck up your money. This one is the sexual energy vampire. They want to, only use you for one thing, and that drains you emotionally, spiritually, and intimately. That could have led to that, little break mentally. That makes sense. Okay, let's get some money messages. Those were those messages. You'll see, wherever you need to heal, whatever you need to do. If you need a more in-depth reading, you know where to find me. And what is that? A lighter. My fan. There we go. All right, let's see. Where the heck is the money coming in? Well, first of all, you need to take action. That's the first card that came out. Whatever you're asking financially, money related, this is your sign. Go for it. Setbacks. We have mechanic. So somebody has to readjust their finances, their financial budget, or something like that after some unexpected expenses, some unexpected setbacks. Okay. You can easily fix it, but you won't have to make a sacrifice. And so, what does that look like financially in the mundane reality? They'd be like, yeah, you could do it, but then that means that you might not gonna be able to do this and this and that. Or like you're gonna be able to fix that. It's just gonna require for you to do something that you don't feel like doing. If we're talking about finances, and this means like, yeah, you could fix it, but that just means it's gonna be a hefty bill. Yeah, you could fix it, but that just a little bit things are gonna be a little tight, but you're gonna fix it, okay? So it might set you back a little. So setting you back might be if I'm looking at money and the way money moves, setting you back could be, damn, I was gonna use this money for this, but now I gotta use it for that instead. Shit. Right? I was like, but you're gonna fix it, but it's like, now you're gonna complain about it but don't be in the energy of complaining because then it's gonna tell money that's like, oh well, now they're shifting back into scarcity and now they're getting scared because the money's gonna go. But in reality, it should be like the problem got fixed financially. Bam, 10 toes down. So grateful, and it's gonna happen again. Why? Because the money's gonna come right back. Right? It's like that. So lock in. So for some of you guys, the setbacks are kind of letting you know like what you need to prepare yourself that you're not prepared for right now, but you need to prepare yourself for the future, right? I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about in regards to that because it's like, all right, you might not be ready for the next phase. What does that look like financially? The next phase could be the next tax bracket, the next pay raise, the next financial obligation, financial responsibility, um, the next financial obligation. Okay. And this says stop doing the same thing over and over again, expecting for shit to change in regards to your money. So stop going stop going to work and expecting that the person that don't like you, that always talk crap about you, and it's significant because my evil eye jewelry broke the other day. Now I just saw a freaking spider drop down. Oh, that's a jumping spider. So, divine feminine energy. Stop expecting that every time you drive by somewhere, somebody gonna change. Something gonna change. Or like stop making the same mistakes with money that keep triggering the setbacks. And expecting that like every time you do the same thing again, it's gonna change the next time. No. So yeah, a mechanic, a technician could be significant. Silence. Whatever needs to get fixed in regards to your finances, fix it. Okay? And do it quietly. Do it quietly. If you need to get a professional, get a professional. Like I said, it may set you back. It may make you want to fucking pull your hair out and shit. But just do what you need to do. Okay? Whatever you're building, whether that means you're building your portfolio, you're building your credit, you're building your savings account, you're building your CD accounts, you're building your business brand, you're building a collection, you're building a playlist, you're building whatever this is that is linked to money. Okay, keep it quiet until you're ready to share. Sharing too much too soon, again, evil eye. Not everybody's honest, not everybody's trustworthy. Okay. Gossip, look at that. Mm-hmm. And so for you guys, when it comes to money, it has a lot to do with people talking. So people can only talk if they can see it. People can only talk if they heard about it. People can only talk if they know about it. So this is given like if this means that you want to switch jobs or you want to switch careers or you want to do something different or you're planning to do something with your funds, your finances, and or your skills, because when we talk about money, we're also talking about your skills because you could make money out of your skills, right? Your talents. And so that being said, you know, you don't want to share those things until everything's locked and loaded, okay? Because I am seeing that people are talking about you and what you're doing. So this could be in the work environment, okay? Your work field, your career field, your brand. So minimize the problem. Then we have shift here. So now they're talking about shifting that energy. So to take the career into a whole new different level, whole new different direction, and or your financial lifestyle, okay, your money moves, then you need to shift the conversation, control the narrative, control what is being talked about versus what is not being talked about. So that means prepare yourself, rehearse. Rehearse what are you going to say? What is your default answer if someone says, "What have you been doing lately?" What is your default question? Damn, the freaking spider dropped down even lower. And no, I'm not going to kill it because I'm not going to kill my spiders. Anyway, if you don't, you know. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, like, oh, maybe you don't know. Spiders kill monitoring spirits. Okay. So now you know. So there is this energy of shifting the conversation so that way you control what people are talking about, what they know, and what they don't know, so they can't sabotage it. Okay. And also, there's something about courage, which was funny because yesterday I have a little courage stone. Let me show you. This one. I have a courage stone, and it was like turning around on the table like this yesterday while I was like cleaning the area, set everything up, and doing the cleansing and doing some release work and stuff like that. You know, making sure that like all the stuff over there is nice and organized. And it kept like rotating. I was like wondering, I was like, what the heck? And I was like fixing it and it kept rotating anyway. Working on, again, getting in the energy of a fool. I want you at least once a day to do something foolish. Yes, I am encouraging you to be a fool. Just once. Just one thing a day. Does that mean one new hobby, one new word, one new meal, one new seasoning, one new drink, one new I don't know, one new content creator, one new outfit or piece of clothing, one new accessory, um, one new makeup look, one new this financial. So this is anything that can do with possessions, assets, the way you spend the money. And now she's climbing back up. Now she's climbing back up. That's so funny. You only get it here, y'all. You only get animal messages over here, y'all. Like, I'll tell y'all, like there's three sparrows over there. One just flew. One just came over here. She's climbing up. Like, okay, so there's something here in regards to like have the courage of leaving behind a three group clique so that way you can leave it. Leave those two friends the fuck alone. You're the one that makes the group anyway. You're the one that makes it pop. So go leave. Because guess what? Whoever the fuck is going to be with them fools, they're going to be with them fools anyway, right? Take take pride in who you share space with. If you can't tell everybody about these people, then don't have them around. Okay? Don't have them around. If you can't take these people to your job, do not have them around. They're going to fuck up your money. And so if you already know they're going to fuck up your money, so why even have them in your life anyway? Because then that means that they're going to fuck up fundamental opportunities for you. They may even mess up your lifestyle. Okay? And I'm seeing something here in regards to your money moves. You've already reached the end of a route. So literally, this is not necessarily giving the crossroads. This is giving like a three intersection lane where one cuts off. So now you can't continue go this way. So financially, career wise, you've reached the end of the road. There's no more milestones. Damn, I just saw all those sparrows just fly up to that tree. And there had to be like at least 12 of them. And now they all left all together. So yeah, so it's like, yo, if you already see that one person left and that person left, and now a whole bunch of people are talking about they're gonna leave a company, it's time to jump ship, yo. On some real shit. It's time to jump ship. I don't know what's going on here, but that's an omen for somebody. If you're starting to see this person left and that person left, and now 3-5 person leaving over here and over there, it may be time to steer a different direction. Okay. So yeah, it might be time for another company. It may be time for another career position, career title, okay, job title, or career path altogether. So somebody may need a money reading, an in-depth reading, and try to figure out what's going on. Not necessarily with your finance. Some of you guys, it's your finances, the way you manage it. So it's going to be more spiritual, financial advice. But for others of you, it may be like, okay, the way it's looking at this job, people don't like me, defaming my character, defaming what I'm doing, my skills, my work ethic, what I'm doing and stuff like that, what I have to present, and it's messing up my money, messing up my work hours, messing up something in regards to finances, in regards to your career life, right? And so this is the shift that kind of lets you know, like, these are all the little omens that and so you hit the end of the road, right? And now you got to either turn here or here, because you can't keep here in this region, okay? But you have to have the courage to change plans or change course. What else? For the money moves, money messages, what is that? We have a teacher here. Some of you guys, you're shifting gears. So, all right, so now I'm going to tell you different, because some of you guys, you're still in the 9 to 5, right? You work with people, you have coworkers and stuff like that. So you could be, I'm going to say this in a professional way. You can be a part of the general staff. Boom. All right, you can be a part of the general staff. If you're a part of the general staff, get a supervisor manager position. You are lowballing yourself. Your tax bracket is supposed to be higher. Everything that you've been experiencing in your setbacks is actually showing you that you actually deserve. And she dropped right back down again, and now she's climbing back up. This is crazy. Wow, it's really going hand in hand with the reading. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for showing your presence. I appreciate you. Little jumping spider. She did a little twerk dance. Yo, I wish I could fucking show you that. That was hilarious. You know how spiders, they kind of like, they look like they're like jumping as they're climbing up, and they kind of vibrate downward a little bit and they keep coming up. Yeah, it looked like she was twerking for us for a second. It's like, thank you for recognizing me. But yeah, that's exactly what you need. You need people to fucking recognize you, right? The teacher is giving, like, you're supposed to train other people to do this. Teach other people to do this. You know what I'm saying? You have this skill and you can teach other people, like, courses. This could be mentorship, stuff like that. All right. Um, Again, trainings, certifications, or something like that. Helping somebody else do that. And of course, for very few, it could be at the actual shifting careers into, you really like, you don't like what's going on in your job and you like spending time with kids more and you want to be a teacher, then it's time to shift gears. Okay. But you have this could also be a motivational speaker. Some of you guys, you learn so much about finances and stuff like that, but you don't apply it to yourself. We have luck, we have unfulfilled. You're destined to be lucky, especially in regards to financial moves, financial opportunities, financial blessings. But there's something here that you're emotionally attached to that no longer serves you. It could be a job. It could be an obligation. Again, going back to the financial obligations, explore your wants. I want you to do, because they show me the tic tac toe, let's do three line chart. So you're going to go boom. I keep forgetting that's there. I'm so sorry. You're going to go boom. You're going to go boom. And then you're going to drop the lines, 2 lines down. And on the top, you're going to write, what satisfies me? Okay. And we're talking about money. What satisfies me? Right. And then the first, you're going to go, everything that you would like to do for the rest of your life inside your home. Okay. Bear with me. Inside your home. For the rest of your life, if you could get paid to do this thing in your home and you don't have to go outside for anything, what would that be? That's going to satisfy you. And the second, you're going to write everything outside of the place that you live, your zip code. Okay. What would you love to do? What would satisfy you in your career in regards to money moves? All right. Money moves doesn't always have to be job related. Money moves could be, this is where my money is moving and going, and this is how I'm experiencing life. Money moves. All right. So for the second one, is going to be, what would you do that's going to satisfy you? All right. Outside of your zip code, outside of your city, outside of the state that you reside in, that you would love to do for over the next 10 years, for over the next decade. What would be that thing that you would love to fucking do every single day outside of your zip code, outside of the state that you reside in? Okay. This is giving you 2 big spectrums. Now you're seeing yourself introvert wise, financially hidden. And then you're seeing yourself extrovert wise, out in the world with money and career and what you would love to show yourself and experience. The third one is the mystery one. That one, you're going to write, if I had an overnight opportunity to get flown out to Los Angeles, to get flown out to Argentina, to get flown out to Hawaii, to get flown out to Barbados, to get flown out to Brazil, to get flown out to all of these places are significant, to get flown out to Nicaragua, and I heard Argentina. I'm not sure if I said Argentina. Argentina could be significant. Or I'm seeing Mayan type Mexico. Mexico, all right. Those places could be significant, okay? International travel, okay? Uncertain. If you had an opportunity to do those things, what would trigger you the most? What will make you go immediately, oh, but I don't have, and you're going to start writing those things down on the third line. The things are, if I were able to unexpectedly go to this place, I would love to go here, 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 bam, bam, bam. And then right under that, you will write the reaction. Why, what is going to make you react that way? What is immediately what's going to shut down that dream? Okay. This is going to shift that unfulfilled energy into luck. Then you're going to be able to start seeing where you have that little tic-tac-toe energy, right? So then you're going to go from here to I win. Because there's going to be one out of each column that is going to resonate with you. And that's going to give you, again, this shift that I'm talking about. There you go, okay, I'm currently on this path, career-wise, money moves-wise, right? Financial frequency-wise, this is the path that I'm on. This frequency is ending. That means I need to jump into a new timeline. I need to jump into a new frequency. I need to go a different path so I can continue to go on the path that's actually going to fulfill me instead of be unfulfilled. Okay. So that's what I mean by when I say explore your wants and needs. So the needs part goes right back to the setbacks. You need a certain amount of money. You need a certain type of lifestyle. You need a certain type of career, position, path, whatever. That's what's causing the setbacks. If you fixing that by doing the example that I just told you to do with the little chart, right? Fixing that is highlighting what is not satisfying you right now, what is causing the unfulfilled notion of this financial experience that you're experiencing right now, right? And then we have easy does it. And that was in the reverse. So some of you guys, you need to shift mentalities from working doubles, triples, overnight, still being tired and still going out and trying to work anyway into a more effortless passive income style. Okay. So also kind of look at that as well. Some of you guys, you may have experienced a career in which, let's just say, for lack of better planning, you may have let yourself go physically. Okay, physically could be you started losing your muscle strength. You started you could have went from being active to a sedentary lifestyle, and now all you do maybe is this work desk type thing, right? So now you want to go out more, but you're so tired when you get home, or it's late when you get home, or you have kids, so you have to make sure everything is okay at home, and so you don't really have a life, and now it's you're freaking tired all the time, or you're just burnt out because you don't like the environment, because with the gossip also just be it could just be bad energy in that environment, and so you can't really change an environment that's not yours, that you're showing up to, versus you changing your frequency and your energy which then shows you the environment that wants to keep you there. Because the environment will show you, oh, we love you here. You have to stay. Versus like, oh, every time this person comes and the whispers start, or it gets really quiet. There's either or. Either the whispers start or it gets really quiet. See, if the whispers are starting, that means that they are disrespecting you, that they're actually doing it to your face now. But this is that sly remark stuff, right? It's like I'm gonna whisper just loud enough for you to know that I'm talking about you, so I can make you insecure, so I can make you uncomfortable, so that way you don't want to come back here. Or it could be that energy again. Hey, they're gonna sit there and they're gonna say whatever they're gonna say, and they all punk ass bitches because they won't say to your fucking face. And as soon as you show the fuck up, your energy talks loud, and everybody shuts the fuck up. But either way, because you're in this energy, you are unfulfilled. Your soul is unfulfilled because you just feel unwelcomed, right? You just don't feel, again, that's probably that, that abandoned, left out feel sensation of like, do I even belong here in this career? Like, is it even worth me working in this company? Is it even is it even working? I don't know what's working, but like, is it even working? Like maybe you're trying to work on something and you don't even know if it's working. All right. Some of you guys take better financial inventory of what you have, what you don't have, what you need, how much you need. You know what I'm saying? Like really find out what is that magic number for you. That's what I heard. Really find out what that magic number is, because everybody got that magic number. Because we have considered creating multiple streams of income. Again, do something foolish. Do something foolish. Shift. So we have transporting. You never do a car job before? You never do like a taxi? Because they said love too. You never do a taxi job before? Do a taxi job. And see, do it for like a week. Do it for like a month. Do it for a day. I told you, just do something one day. Just one day. Just to test it out. Go ahead, send an application. That doesn't mean that you're going to quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your job, boo. I'm not telling you to like, oh, just throw everything away and just be, free with the wind, foolish, dumb. No, I know you're smart. I'm saying take a risk. Test things out. See what it feels like. Does that, like, you know how when you were a kid, your parents will be like, here, eat this. That'll be the first time you eat it. Whether or not you make a face, yeah. But they'll give it to you a couple times to see if it sticks, see if you actually like it, versus like, no, for sure, they're not gonna eat that. That's not gonna go down. So financially, what are you eating, right? Financially. I'm not talking about food, but financially, right? Like, what are you consuming? Is it the thing that's really satisfying you? Like, are you? This is something that I myself had to work on at some point in time. What are you compromising for? For example, there's many different burger joints, but there's not many vegan restaurants. So are you compromising because, oh man, this is how much money I got, this is how much money I have to spend in bills and blah, 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 for whatever obligations that I have and whatever goals I have, right? And right now, I just really want to be satisfied. I'm so hungry. I'm craving, ta-da, that frequency shift. Oh, but this is right here around the corner. Let me just hurry up and get this done. Just get it done over with, because that's what got you stuck. That's what got you stuck. It's not the thing that you're actually consuming. It's the mindset that got you consuming it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's going to click for somebody, if it's going to go over their head for a second. You might need to rewind that. It's fine. I sometimes watch my readings again, to get messages. So not all the time, but sometimes. And that's how I fucking knew I need to get a mic, because the audio was messed up. I was like, yo, like the whole freaking sentence got bleeped out. Like, So it's one of those things like you start realizing like, wow, without backtracking and reflecting, you wouldn't know. Especially because there's sometimes people don't let you know. People don't let you know that you need to change your style, even though you already know that you feel like you gotta change your style. But immediately you start downgrading yourself because, oh, I need this and I need that, and then, oh, but what about that? And what about, and then eventually you done even forgot the fact that you even said to yourself that you wanted to upgrade. You just fed all that shadow ego stuff to yourself to shut it down, to make you feel less than again. So whatever that is, explore the things, like, for those of you that are like, you like children, okay, and you like working with children, teaching children, you can do tutoring. You might not have, let's say, because they just showed me the Eight of Pentacles at some point in this reading. The Eight of Pentacles does talk about certification and, the things that you are qualified in, qualifications. Um, so some of you guys may need to either update your resume and or get internships. Do an internship. It could be paid, it could be unpaid, right? It could be for a short period of time just to kind of test out the waters in a different environment, what that feels like, you know. Um, you can, again, going back to, say you're not a certified teacher, right? You don't have an associate's degree. An associate's degree is 2 years. A bachelor's is 4, a master's is 8, and then a PhD is like 10, 12 years. All right. But if you do, let's say, night school for an associate's degree for whatever you want, and it might not be teaching, it might be business, okay? You could do it for 2 years, right? But if you do, let's say, oh, well, I can't do that right now financially because that's just a whole nother burden, blah, blah, blah. But I really want to do something. I really want to help in the community somehow, right? Go to your local city hall, whatever that will be considered for you guys, um, and see, what they have in the community that will, with criminal background clearance, allow you to work with children. All right. That will actually give you the experience to build your resume, and also, be able to, just throw yourself in there. You know what I'm saying? You can do that. You can also do, what else? Face painting, especially for my makeup artists. You sitting here thinking about grown ass people. Why not work with children? Um, there's ballerinas, baby. There's ballerinas. There's little baby girl queen pageant. Hello. There's a whole industry that you haven't tapped into yet. Hello. Okay, you were trying to get the money, get the money. Okay, so you're like, okay, yeah, I'm working with you, your mama, you got kids, okay. Oh, your kids doing this and blah 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 blah. Okay, actually, I can help your kid too. You know, all right. Going back to the teaching thing, maybe you know another language. You can teach, kids the different languages. Maybe you can teach kids to read. Maybe you can teach kids to do math or science, something. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something. Maybe it's writing kids books. Maybe it's like, nowadays you could make coloring books and stuff like that, and sell it on all kinds of freaking places, on, like, online, you know especially like coloring books, kids will eat that up. Like, and so, for some of you guys, again, going back to, I'm giving each and every one of you messages, so I'm like I'm running down a list. That doesn't necessarily apply to those things, but definitely teaching in terms of mentorship and or like motivational speaker. So this is like, I experienced this and now I want to tell the world, I want to tell this particular demographic, this particular type of people, how I experienced this and how I overcame this and how they can do it too. And I'm going to teach you this is how we're going to do it together and things of that nature, right? So, like this. So, you're being called to shift into things that you're passionate in. Like, you actually want to do it, you actually like it, you love it, not just you're tolerating it because you got to get the bills paid and you got to just whatever. Like, you're trying to hurry up and get some sort of validation financially so that way you can get things done. No, you have like that's it. That's the end of the road of that. That's the end of the road of that. That's what the end of the road is in regards to that. And a lot of all of these things, everything all together in unison, in accumulation, is letting you know that. So some of you guys is the end of the road of a relationship because where you're headed in financially, where you're supposed to timeline jump, that relationship is not going to sustain you, and that relationship is going to crumble with that person's not going to be able to hold you. They're not. Okay? Because if they don't do the work, they're not going to be able to show up the way everybody else is going to show up around you. Everybody going to look at them like, why are you here? Same thing in regards to love, friendships, associations, um, even family dynamics. I'll be honest. It don't have nothing to do with now I'm not ever gonna talk to that family member. It's just gonna be like, wow, I'm so busy when my money moves. I'm so busy in my career life that now I have to schedule in time to be with my family. Ooh. And that's giving celebrity vibes. That's giving like, when the artists have to go on tour, when that could even give like, how politicians, doing campaigning. So now between this month and this month we're going to be going into this state, and then we're going to go over here in this other state, and then we're going to go fly over to this town real quick, and we're going to be there for like 3 to 5 days, and then for 2 weeks straight I'm going to go back home and I'm going to stay home with my kids. I'm going to stay with my family, or for 2 to 4 weeks me and my family are going to be vacationing together and I'm not going to be working. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the lifestyle that you're destined to have, and that we're all shifting into. Crowllies, are you guys prepared? That was the crow call. All right, let me get out of here. I gave you what, 2 hours. 2 hours. I will not be back next week. I love you, but I need a rest break. Peace.